Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about when to avoid trading. I think we all try to trade every single day, but there is a bunch of times when you actually should take a step back and just sit on the sidelines and watch a trade or watch the market. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you guys do, hit that like button and subscribe. And guys, right now we're doing an amazing 50% off sale for our swing trading community. We have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, a community, the video lesson library, everything to get started with swing trading. It's an 8-week course and curriculum. It's absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend it. And you guys can use code challenge to get 50% off because we're doing a $500 swing trading challenge, and we're already at $900 by using basic strategies that we talk about in the course. So check it out down below. You won't regret it. And guys, let's jump into this here. So there is a bunch of times, honestly, where you might need to just take a step back from swing trading. The first two are probably the most important two. Now, I think it's important to avoid trading when you are on a continuous losing streak. Now, the reason why is because one, your emotions are going to be very heavy. You're going to try to revenge trade, and it's just a recipe for disaster. Personally, after 3 bad trades, I always will take a day off and just sit back on the sidelines, maybe go back to my journal, review what happened so I can never make that mistake twice. But more importantly, probably the best time you should take a break is when you're on a hot streak. And I know that sounds crazy, but on the complete opposite spectrum, if I have 3 trades, winner, I'm going to just take a step back for a day and look at the market, look at my strategies. And the reason why this is so incredibly important is because when you get on a hot streak, you think you know everything. And I've been on a hot streak, I tell you what, for a long time. And I think that the most important rule that I always have is to just take a step back, review my trades, and just continue to learn. You know, I always will stick to my checklist. So personally, I always have a checklist that I go through before I enter a position to ensure quality, to ensure that I'm not trading based on emotion. But when I get on a hot streak, I tell you what, I feel like I am on top of the world, and it is a recipe for disaster. When I first started out trading, this is what I did is I got on a hot streak. When I first started trading, I was growing my account. I thought I knew everything. I thought I was going to be driving a Lamborghini tomorrow. And obviously, I'm not driving a Lamborghini. So there's a reason why you just take a step back and review your trades. It's really important, and something that I would really highly recommend. So the third thing is when you start getting emotionally tied, emotionally driven. And this for me doesn't happen too much, but I know for a lot of beginners it does. When you first start trading and maybe you're making that transition from paper trading to using, real money, your emotions are going to be very heavy. Personally, I think about 80% of trading isn't even your strategy, it's just emotion. So, what you need to do is always plan out your trade. Always plan out your trade. So what that means is you're going to have your stop loss set. You're going to have your profit set. You're going to understand if the stock goes up, what am I doing? If it goes down, what am I doing? You have to have a playbook, just like a doctor goes into a surgeon goes into surgery with a plan. You got to have that same approach. And I know the stakes aren't as high, but you got to treat trading like your job, your career, and you'll be way better suited for it. Another thing that I always do to definitely take a step back from emotions is that checklist that I mentioned. The reason why is because I never get emotionally tied if a stock doesn't follow my checklist. Very rarely will I ever place a trade or an investment off somebody's opinion, like virtually never. I think I've done it maybe one time, honestly, in my career. I'm not going to lie to you. And, and I regret it because I lost money on it. But if I would have just stuck to my strategy, I would have been way better off. So the next thing that I want to talk about here is a mismatched market strategy. So I know this sounds a little confusing, but pretty much what it is it's when you're trading a strategy that just doesn't match the stock. Each stock is different. So the biggest thing, going back to what I said, stick to your strategy, stick to that checklist, and you're gonna have losers. Every trader, no matter how good you are, you're gonna have losers at some point in your career, but it always goes down to who actually learns from that mistake. So, some little tips that I always recommend is, I don't even know where my journal is at. I think it's in my other room. But I always will journal my trades. I have a journal that I recommend. You guys can get it rated on Amazon. I'll put it down below. But journaling your trade, so your entries, your exit, why you're entering this position, your checklist for the trade, describe the setup, draw the setup, all that stuff is going to start really, really removing that emotion from your trading, because you're going to have to follow that list before you place a trade. It's just a little tip that I would recommend doing. So guys, hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and more importantly, guys, if you want to learn more about trading, check out our school, code challenge for 50% off. So I'll see you guys in there. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and take care, guys.